Today's going to be a pretty interesting one. Very few 180 RPM hand cannons are worth using in my opinion, and this one really impressed me. I found a lot of utility with this one. And Warlocks, I think that you want to get it, because I want to show where it shines, I want to point out where it shines. With the Optative return, Void 180 RPM hand cannon, and with a scorecard overview for PvE, 3.5 out of 5 at base, but like on a Warlock, it's going to be higher than that, 4, maybe even 4.5. And I'll show you. PvP, midline. There are some things to like, some things to consider, some cool things that it can do. The main usage, it can be universal, I guess. Has equal play in PvE or PvP. It has specific jobs, and that's what I'm going to kind of showcase today. The fun factor, honestly, with how I'm using it, like a 4. Otherwise, it'd be midline, like 2.5, 3 star. The build flexibility is going to be a 5. Use it anywhere on any character, any subclass. And you should, I'm going to show you some of the different things that you can do. The must-have score, just at base, I'll put it at a 2.5. But again, Warlocks, and honestly, some other characters, like it could be up to 4. But for some of you, this might not be appealing. There's a lot to talk about, but before we get into it all, a huge shout out to a friend of the channel, today's sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and they have more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit. It makes cooking at home easy and affordable. You can choose from over 45 weekly recipes, over 100 curated picks from HelloFresh Market, and the ingredients travel from the farm to your door, fresh and ready to go. But did you know that HelloFresh is more than just those tasty dinners? They also take the stress and hassle out of every mealtime occasion with easy breakfast, quick lunches, and snacks delivered to your door too. Save some trips to the grocery store, save some gas money as well. Like as for me, I'm super busy. I value that. I can have it delivered to my door with snacks, breakfast. I can still be here at my desk when I need to be. And when it comes time to cook, and I love to cook, I've said here many times before, I really value the 15-minute meals when I need them. Depending on the week, what day it is, I can schedule where I need those 15-minute meals to go. So take the stress out of mealtime like me. HelloFresh has your back, and they have a really cool deal going on. For new subscribers, while your subscription is active, you get 1 free breakfast item per box. So thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Go to the link down below at the top of the description, or scan the QR code at the top of the screen and receive 1 free breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. It's an undying weapon, still really ugly. Found at Riven, you can focus them. It's craftable, and it's a really big deal that it's craftable with the perks that it has. And I'm gonna say, with how I'm showcasing it today, you have to go all in, and we'll talk about that. And the third column, permeability, hipfire grip, repulsor brace, demolitionist, keep away, rapid hit, attrition orbs. In the final column, under, over, wellspring, offhand strike, deconstruct, kill clip, zen moment, golden tricorn. Second or third video in a row, nano munitions. I love it, especially in PvE. Being 15 meters in from an ally every 3 seconds, it loads in an emergency reload. So when you run out of ammo, it consumes a stack of nano munitions and it throws 4 rounds back in. I have an appended mag, so with 15, it's still throwing 4 rounds in. Regardless, that's 43 straight rounds without reloading if you have those full stacks. If you've used these weapons, they're great. Like so many times. That origin trait saved me from a reload because I need damage. The perk is awesome. But also note here, I'm going to recommend it with the setup, if you have on appended mag and backup mag, it gets the starting mag up to 19 rounds, and that breaks a percentage point on the origin trait. It allows you to get 5 rounds back instead of 4. So the full stack of nano munitions, which is 7, that starting 19 round mag, you shoot 54 straight shots. That's nuts. I first want to start with PvE. We have a great origin trait here, and what I really want to focus on today, I'm going to cover some other things briefly. But what drew me to this is being able to acquire on a Void weapon Enhanced Demolitionist and Enhanced Wellspring together. Enhanced Demo, every weapon kill, you get 11% grenade ability energy. When you throw your grenade, it refills the mag. Enhanced Wellspring, it grants 9% ability energy split equally with all of your uncharged abilities. So if you throw your grenade, everything else is charged up. Every kill, the percentage from Enhanced Wellspring and demos all going to the grenade. It's a fast way to get your grenade. On special weapons, you get a lot more energy. And we've seen that with, let's say, Judgment of Kelgaroth, Fortissimo, the shotgun. But otherwise, on a primary weapon, we have Load Broke, cannot have Enhanced Demo and Wellspring, something new, FOMO hand cannon that's stasis, and then one of my favorites, Ogma. But this one's the only Void primary, and it's the only primary that can have Enhanced Demo, Enhanced Wellspring. So why is that important? Before I really get into it, this combination together, let's take a look at Enhanced Demo, Enhanced Wellspring on Optative versus just like a regular Demolitionist with Gnawing Hunger. How much this helps. The Gnawing Hunger's demo subsistence, it took 16 adds to get my grenade back. I have 70 discipline, just base demo. I'm on Void, no accelerants like Devour. Takes a little bit to get there. Still, great combination, but Optative, the Enhanced Demo Wellspring, same situation, it takes just 9 adds to get that grenade back. Super useful with grenade builds. and you could do a lot with it. I know it's Season of Solar and such, but this is very good. Voidlock has Feed the Void, Chaos Accelerant, Expulsion for the explosions, undermining so your grenades can weaken. I'm using a Vortex, Starvation, and Instability. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds on your Void weapons. So if you pair this thing with, let's say, Verity's Brow, usually something like Grav Lance or similar is great with the setup, but Optative puts in a lot of work, and it also opens up your exotic slot. What's crazy good about the whole setup, weapon final blows matching your subclass grant death throws. This gives your grenade a damage bonus and gives you grenade energy. When you throw the grenade, while having death throws, nearby allies get increased grenade regen too, and on your end, demo reloads your weapon. So Optative, with Verity's Brow, this setup, we have 4 accelerants to the grenade. Because you get kills with Optative, throw that big death throw Vortex, it weakens, it does a lot of damage. When it grabs kills, you get Devour. Optative now has volatile rounds, and since only the grenade's thrown, all that energy goes to the grenade. Devour speeds up the grenade, Death Throw speeds up the grenade, Enhanced Demo, Enhanced Wellspring, all speed that up. All you're doing is eating powerful grenades that weaken. If you're in a fire team, they're gonna get that grenade energy too. It grants volatile rounds to the weapon. It's very good, guys, very good. Really impressed with it. That whole kit of weaken, big vortex, volatile rounds, I throw on Dragon's Breath to the weakened target. The whole deal. I mean, not to mention, you can add in some small things like bolstering, momentum transfer, things like that. This is a perfect weapon because it's void for something like the Death Throws lock. Like, perfect. But speaking of Warlock, you can also do Broodweaver with Mind Spun, have on Swarmers, the Suspend build. Same kind of deal, but note, since you have multiple melee charges, it's not going to go as fast, because Wellspring takes a penalty there. You also don't have Death Throws, Devour, those types of accelerants, but you have things like Threat of Generation, just dealing damage, gets grenade energy. You're still getting a really good amount to your grenade. And you would pair Optative with a strand weapon, let's say Scatter Signal, Immortal, take advantage of unraveling rounds. There's the Osmiomancy Bleak Watcher for Shadebinder. There's Hunter Renewal Grasp. Like, there's a lot of play for a grenade-specific thing. And Stasis has that fragment where when you bust crystals, you get a faster grenade regen. But all that said, Void Weapon, Void Devour Lock, perfect. Can highly recommend. Otherwise, I mean, you can mess with permeability, you can mess with repulsor brace. But with this origin trait, a primary weapon being able to be enhanced with demo wellspring, that's where I would go. That's where this thing shines. But that might not be your cup of tea. But I'm telling you, with a lot of setups, you can get frying with it quick. I have mine set up with Corkscrew, Appended Mag, Range Masterwork, and Corkscrews to help the handling a little bit too, just getting more universal stats. But you can do whatever you want. I do recommend Appended Mag though, to get that magazine up to 19, paired with that backup mag. As far as the Crucible, there's a couple interesting options. Like, first up, tried and true rapid hit kill clip. Not reinventing the wheel here, but these 180s, that's what they live for. They live for that damage perk doing the 0.673 tap. That's Word of Crota's sword logic. That's Rampage on these. That's Survivor's Epitaph, it having kill clip. So if you don't have a 180 with kill clip, like, this is one to get, especially with rapid hit. Getting that stability, getting that reload, transferring right into kill clip for your 3 taps, really, really good. But instead of that route, you can go keep away kill clip. And honestly, as far as PvP, I would get the range as high as you can go, because there's some absolute units in the Crucible. All of them are god rolled, all of them have high range. You don't want to be at a point to where you're falling off and missing your 3 taps. Enhanced Keep Away is plus 15 range. I know everywhere it says plus 12, but it's plus 15. Source, I asked the guy that made the perk. So that's 79 range, and something like Hammerforge Accurized, Range Masterwork, 84 with full bore. And that full bore roll gets to 35 meters, which is actually really, really good for a 180 hand cannon. And remember, these are best in the beginning as team shot weapons, snag a kill, and then start hunting with it. But to keep the stability, you do Enhanced Keep Away, Hammer Forged, Accurized rounds with kill clip. Golden Tricorns there. That's pretty sweet. That's also going to give you a 0.67 TTK with 3 crits. It's just that kill clip's going to allow you to 2 crit 1 body. That's a big deal. That's any resilience. So preference with Keep Away, Rapid Hit, but the other one's going to be Repulsor Brace. And Repulsor Brace, void specific. There's only 3 weapons in the game that have Repulsor Brace kill clip. That's Age-Old Bond, the Velas X, and Optative. And as far as something like Repulsor Brace, Golden Tricorn, a number of weapons. Age-Old Bond, Rosarago, the new bow, Lithophobia, the Velas X. But you've been seeing a lot of Falcon gameplay, just regardless, because, you know, things like Repulsor Brace, and I brought it up in previous videos, it feels like the void perks need a little bit of help. I'm doing volatile rounds that way and get the overshield. But that's pretty nice, going into a gunfight where you're 3-tapping and you have extra health from an overshield. Not to mention you're coming out invis, you're gonna get first shot. It's a good spot to be in. I do put it in that midline because of its base 1 second TTK with the range that it has. Now, the 1 second TTK isn't too bad because Igneous Hammer, it's got a 1 second TTK, but, you know, it's much further, much harder. You can for sure have a lot of fun with it. And those are the two jobs. PvP, it's going to be searching for that 3-tap. That's either with Keep Away, Repulsor Brace, Rabbit Hit. And for PvE, 4 grenade builds. It is so good with the grenade build. And that's why I have it ranked so high. It's very impressive. And if you main Warlock, I think that you want this. I really do. And that's also going to kind of coexist with the must-have category. Like, from what you've seen in the gameplay, if that's something that you're about, that you want to try, go for it. Because I'm having a lot of fun with it. I am. It is crazy how fast you get that grenade. And then the weapon's more powerful with volatile rounds. It's just a really good setup. Very surprising. And I know going into this video, a lot of you are like, I don't think so. And even after watching, that's still okay if you think that, but I will be keeping it. I love it with this Verity Brow Voidlock. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Optative down below. When I review weapons, I truly try to give them a fair shake. I do. And that's what's really nice about that scorecard that I started doing, because even if there's like a pre-bias, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stick to like how it's performing in PvE, how it's performing in PvP. And it gives a really level look at it, because before I was like, man, this thing sucks. Like dreading reviewing it and using it. It was my last Undying weapon to review. But digging in, giving it a fair shake, seeing where it can shine, I'm impressed with it. It actually surprised me. But let's talk about it down below. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.